Hello.
Hello.
Salam and good evening to you, worthy friend. Please come closer. Too close, a little too close.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Disneybrit Radio Show. It is episode 224, and we are joining you in this lovely February evening. I know you said December then, which is totally wrong. February evening, and the team are back together for the first time since I'm not quite sure when. We are all here, so let's say hello to everybody. So good evening, Susan.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Okay, should have come to you last. Good evening, Gareth.
I'm not even really sure what just happened there.
I'm not really. I had a cackle and that was about it.
Hey, Gareth, how are you?
Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm great. I mean, my ears hurt a little bit now, but...
Oh, okay.
Red.
Hello,
Red.
Key.
Hi.
And hello, John. Has John gone off again? Where's he now? Disneyland, Cuba, London, somewhere, you know. How are you? It's nice of you to join us, John, and not be in some sort of foreign country somewhere, which seems to be the latest thing.
How do you know I'm not in a foreign country?
Well, you might be in a foreign... Well, I can't hear any wind.
I'm not.
Can't hear wind, so it's not Spain. No, he's not. He's here, and he's with us. So...
I'm in very sunny Manchester.
I'm sure it's extremely sunny at this time of the evening. So this evening, we are going to talk to you a little bit about something that has come to our attention recently for a very, very unique experience over in Walt Disney World. And it was Gareth that started talking about this. So I think it's only right, Gareth, if you kind of introduce us to what this is and what you can do with it.
Yeah, so I think everyone saw a few weeks back Disney announced this $12,000 tour that you could go on. It turns out it's not really a new thing. You've always been able to send Disney requests for things that you want to do, and they would give you a price. Yeah. And you could either say yes or no. And I was listening to the Disney Dish podcast, and they started talking about this. And it turns out the limitations to this were pretty much for your $12,000. You can do anything apart from dress up as a character or operate any machinery. Everything else is pretty much up for negotiation.
Okay.
So
Gareth, I'm not really sure what you what you mean when you say dress up as a character.
Yes, I don't understand.
If you wanted to pretend that you were the Mickey Mouse.
Oh, I see.
Rather than the real Mickey Mouse. Rather than the real one.
If you want to go rummaging through his wardrobe.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's not down with that.
Okay, I understand. I understand now.
Are you there
now?
Okay, sorry, Karen.
A well great way of putting it.
So yeah, I've lost my train of thought now, guys. So yeah, so I think I just threw it down to you guys. You know, if you had $12,000 to just throw on something like this, what you guys would want to do.
So
well, who doesn't?
Let's throw in some detail here then. So it's $12,000 for a 12-hour period for up to 6 guests, and you get 2 tour guides. It has to be booked a week in advance, and any additional day after the first day is only $10,000. It turns out. Also, I'm going to go on. What are you going to say? Bargain. Yeah, absolute bargain. And I'm going to knock one off the list straight away, because no matter what you ask to do, a visit to the Cinderella Castle Suite is already included. So how many of you had that on the list?
Nobody.
Oh.
I had it on my list, but I wanted to add to it.
Oh.
Right.
I
will come to. Okay.
don't want just a tour.
So we've got. Oh right. Okay. Fair enough. So we've got a load of suggestions ourselves that we've come up with, and we're going to kind of... So it's imagine us guys, right? We all decide to chip in and to do... Although, to be honest, John can pay for it for all of us because he's good. And we get to choose different things that we can do in Disney World in a 12-hour period. So, do you want to start us off then, Katie? As we already get a visit to the Cinderella Castle Suite included in this $12,000 day. So, what do you want to add to it?
I want enough time to have a bath there.
That's weird.
If I can't actually stay there overnight, because I'm assuming that's not part of the deal, because that's a kind of money can't buy experience.
Right.
I want time to at least spend an hour chilling out in the bath.
Have
you seen photos of the bath?
Yeah, but what do us four do while you're chilling out in the bath?
You could go and do one of your other experiences. I would give something up to just get to chill out in that room for a bit and have a bath in that bath. Have you seen pictures of it?
I have, yeah.
It looks absolutely stunning. It has stars above it.
Just out of interest, has anybody else got have a bath in the Cinderella Castle Suite written down?
Oh, no.
Right, it's just because whether Katie's gonna have to share a bath or not, I'm not quite sure.
No, nobody else there.
Oh, right,
I've done
okay.
it to myself.
Oh.
Oh, so
Other
we
people
just
are not
stand
part of the
outside while you...
We all have
Yeah.
to sit
That's
outside.
I just want 1 hour to just chill
An
out.
hour's right.
That's 1/12 of your time, though. That's £1,000 just for that bath.
That's a deer bath.
That's a very expensive bath.
If I've got 12 grand to throw on something like this, then £1,000 for a bath's not really a big deal, is it?
Okay, fair enough.
It's an expensive bath.
That's a very expensive bath.
Don't get
Okay.
me wrong, my ideal would be to actually spend a night there, but that's not part of the deal, is it?
Well, do you know
You
what?
get
I
to
wonder
it.
Do you know what? When Lentess was talking about this, apparently you could do that, but that would be 12 hours.
Okay, so you would
Oh,
blow
yeah,
your
of
whole
course.
12 grand on that one thing.
Having a sleep.
Yeah,
Unless-
see, so I'd be alright with having it just for an hour,
But
but
if you
being able
did,
to like have a nap if I want, or have a bath if I want.
if you did 2 days, do you reckon you could negotiate like a night in the suite?
Surely you
Do you
could.
reckon they? I don't know.
Well, you could do your 12 hours and then do your 10 hours as your additional 12 hours to
Right,
have the
okay.
overnight.
So 10
You
grand
know,
for
it's
the night.
22 grand. It's a bargain.
Well, in that case, well, let's do it. I'll get it booked.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it.
So
I mean, that
okay.
doesn't obviously include the rest of your Walt Disney World holiday, which is another additional 12 grand. But you know,
And you
whatever.
probably
you know.
still need to buy a park ticket as well, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
you
will.
do. Actually, Gareth,
I haven't
do
actually
you?
checked.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
looked and I couldn't see anything about having to have a park ticket, but it really wouldn't surprise me if that was the case.
Oh, yeah,
Wouldn't surprise me.
it doesn't include gratuity.
Okay, fair enough.
So
Are
it
you
probably doesn't
tipping
get
if you're
park
having a
ticket.
bath?
Would you have to tip? What was it? Someone come in and
Run
scrub
my
your back.
bubbles. Here's your tip.
For 12 grand, I'm not running the bath myself.
No, absolutely not. Right,
Oh
John.
yeah, no, none of that. I would want it ready for me. Not wasting any of the hour actually waiting for it to
Will
fill.
Will you?
It would need to be
temperature.
ready.
Will you undress
okay.
yourself, or you expect them to do that as well?
No, that would be fine.
Okay.
Right,
Well, do you want
John.
a movie going on while this bath's
Oh, yeah.
happening?
Oh my god, yes, of course you
Yes,
Yeah, there is a
absolutely.
TV in the bathroom,
There is, yeah.
isn't there?
There is. It's one of the
Yeah.
wall. Yeah.
So yeah,
But it's going to have to be a short one, an hour long, so it's going to have to be something like Dumbo or Three
I'd
Caballeros.
probably go Cinderella.
Because
No
you're in the
wrong.
Cinderella
Let's
suite.
see. Only because you've got to watch the right thing for the right
Wrong.
setting.
Yeah, you need one that's an hour long. You've only got an hour in your bath.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I've seen Cinderella a lot
But
of
you won't-
times,
you
so
won't know
it'd be
what happens at
alright
the
if I
end.
missed
You
a
wouldn't
little
mind missing the end, the best
Magic
part.
John singing, yeah, I can see, yeah, from the bath.
I actually can imagine that completely.
Go on then, John.
He's enjoying it.
So, John, give us one of yours then. What you got?
Me?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so mine. This is probably, I don't even know how you could legitimately do this,
Go on then.
but I would want a dessert party with champagne on the TTA.
Okay. Well, actually sat on the TTA.
Sat on the TTA, it's
Yeah.
going round its little route, and I
Yeah.
want to be drinking a glass of champagne and having a cake.
I reckon
But
I
not
could
just
do
me, the 6 of us.
That. That's easy enough, surely.
Oh, no, hang
Yeah,
on, I'm not
I could do
finished.
that.
It's a
That's
full dessert party.
yeah.
I want to be served.
We can
Now
have
that's
someone
right.
running along next to it with a tray
Figure
of
it out.
cakes. You
So
can either
your
have.
waiting staff in the other train.
Well, not
That's-
that.
Yeah.
Or.
Oh my
Like,
god,
as-
yes, and they
as the
just hand me a
trains go
glass of
by.
champagne as they go by.
Or could you
I'm into it.
strategically put cast members along the route who are
There we
there
are,
with
see?
with
Yeah,
champagne
because you
and
would
cake?
never want your hand to be empty, would you?
No.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
you'd
hadn't
need to
really
stand
figured out. I hadn't really figured out the finer details, but I like how Adam's doing it for me.
But hang on, 12 grand. You don't have to sort out the finer details. That's the whole point.
Would you just do one route? Would you just do one route?
Oh, no. I go round as many times as it takes me to have a dessert party.
Okay.
Okay.
The word being party. Also, can we also bear in mind that Magic Kingdom is generally a dry park unless you're eating in a restaurant?
Yeah, unless you're like, yeah, that's true.
Technicality.
It'd be fine. I don't think it's an issue.
But how cool would that be?
That would be quite cool.
You're just going round and you're having some
cake and champagne.
Cake and champagne?
I like cake and champagne. I like that idea. Okay then, Susan, what have you got?
Okay, now I have got like a little thought of reasoning why I've decided to do this.
Go on.
No, it's really cool. I just want a moment of me and Mickey holding hands down Main Street. There's no one there. Just me and Mickey walking down Main Street, photos, video it all, but just me and Mickey having a moment. Just because you see it on the adverts, you're thinking, I want to do that, but you never can.
Sounds like a weird Tinder date, if I'm honest.
I had a very similar one, to be fair, but mine was that I wanted to ride Big Thunder Mountain with Mickey.
See, that would be quite cool.
Similar moment.
So you're talking about basically you want a Disney television advert moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a good one.
That's not bad. I quite like that.
With a person there to film it.
And that's exactly how you'd advertise as well. Like,
okay.
Disney advertising moment.
So you want a Disney advertising moment. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Gareth, what have you got?
Oh, what should we go with? In keeping with characters then, my favourite attraction, possibly Country Bear Jamboree. I'd like to sit and watch that with the Country Bears. So
you'd want to watch the Country Bear Jamboree with the Country Bears?
Oh, that's a good
I like that.
Because I feel like they get it. I'd actually be able to sit through it without anyone walking out, which happens every time I go and watch it.
But how could you watch it with them if they're performing?
That's true.
Well, clearly they're out wandering around whilst the guys are inside. So there's clearly some sort of time
magic trickery
that's going on.
Okay.
Wiggly, squiggly, timey-wimey.
Yeah, I'll be watching the Country Bears, and I'll be sat probably with a future version of Country Bears that have found this. This hole in the time space continuum. That's the only logical explanation.
Obviously.
Okay, fair enough. I like that one. I can see that one. That's a good one. Okay, so that's Gareth's one. Right, I'm gonna go. Okay, so this is obviously we're not allowed to be a character, but it doesn't mean we can't experience what a character experiences. So, mine is to do the zip wire from Cinderella Castle, just like Tinkerbell does.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good idea.
Are you bringing your own frock and sparkly
Well,
wings?
obviously I'm not going to dress up, and I can do it before park opens or whatever, or after park closes either way.
You do it.
I would love to. You know how I like my glitter. I'd love to do that. Just to zip wire down. That would be awesome.
Nice.
I'd just terrified.
Yeah, go get your GoPro on, and it would be absolutely horrific, I'm sure, and very, very scary. But I'd love to do it. It'd be amazing. And think of the view you'd get, and like anything you've ever seen in a Disney.
Are you going to open
park.
your eyes?
Oh, you have your eyes open. Absolutely, yeah. What's wrong with you?
You're not right in the head, you.
During the moment of the fireworks?
No, because you can't.
Just have it in.
No, I can't, because you can't do that, can you? You can't have, like, everyone expects Tinkerbell to come out as a fat middle-aged man that goes down a zip wire. Mommy, that looks nothing like Tinkerbell.
Hey, come here. Honeybell.
No, it doesn't have to be during the fireworks.
She's changed since the last time we saw her.
Well, I'll go out. I'll leave Katie in the bath and I'll zip down. It's fine. So
see, that would work.
So I'll tour
do one of your things.
Yeah.
That's a twofer.
I'll tour the Cinderella Castle suite, and rather than coming down in the lift, I'll just go out the window. So there you go. It's sorted.
Genius.
Done. That's my one. It doesn't matter when it is. It doesn't have to be during the fireworks. I just want to be able to do it. Okay, let's go to Katie. Let's go back to you.
Okay, so my second one is all about Haunted Mansion.
Oh.
So
Oh no. Go on.
Okay, all right. What is it?
What I want is a walkthrough. I want it to be after hours, so nobody else around. I want a walkthrough of the ride so that I can really like explore all of the different scenes.
Yeah.
And then I want a sit-down dinner in the ballroom.
You've just taken 2 of mine.
For like 3-course dinner.
You've just taken 2 of mine.
Oh,
I think that's at least one.
You've
of
taken one of mine, but another one of mine involves the Haunted Mansion.
So you've taken my walkthrough, and then my dinner in the ballroom, in the dining hall.
Well, you can come. It's fine.
We can all do it. Well, it does include 3 meals, so you know, and it says you can eat in any restaurant anywhere without reservation. But I guess you could probably just send, I want it here. So
yeah.
I
would, yeah. But I want like a proper like sit down dinner, like a proper like 3-course meal at least.
Okay, fair enough.
And it'll be, you know, the cast members in the costumes and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. They gotta do it. They gotta do it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want this done properly. Okay, so Katie's just stolen at least one from everybody.
You are welcome.
Gareth, was Haunted Mansion on your list? Don't know whether it was on Gareth's list or not.
It was on mine.
It was on. Was it on yours, John? Everyone's disappearing and leaving me. What's going on here?
Please said a walk.
I was on
mine.
You had to walk through on yours. Gareth, did you have anything?
I had a walk through tour.
Mine was a walkthrough of the Haunted Mansion at midnight with an Imagineer.
The thing is, right, with Gareth, it would have been the whole way around. All he's going to do is, see, that's better than Phantom Manor.
It's no Phantom Manor. It's no Phantom Manor.
That's better than Phantom Manor. They just ruined the whole thing.
Better than this.
He just ruined the whole thing. Right, Gareth, what's your next one? Go on.
Oh, what should we go? I'm going to leave Magic Kingdom briefly.
Okay.
I would like to go up Expedition Everest and actually see what the Yeti really looks like without his strobe lighting effect.
I could show you that as YouTube videos.
I know it's not the same.
It's not the same as seeing
on it. I don't know if it's because I wear contact lenses or because my eyesight's rubbish, but I never really notice it.
Are you talking like are we rock climbing up the side of Expedition Everest to get there?
No, for this money I want someone to carry me on their back.
So you want your own individual Sherpa brought over from the Himalayas in order to carry you up there.
I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
So you just want to go and see the Yeti?
Yeah, preferably like a really small one so that I know that he's working for it.
So are you expecting the Yeti to move?
Not for 12
You
grand.
want to see A-mode Yeti.
So if you want to see the Yeti move, it's going to cost you way more than 12 grand. You'll have to pay the bill to get him to move before you have to pay the 12 grand. Okay, so
another 3 zeros on the end.
So Expedition Everest, with the Yeti. Cool.
I just want to go up and see it close.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's not an issue. John.
Okay, I'm also leaving the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
And I'm going over to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
And I'm going to what I consider the lesser version of Fantasmic.
No, don't do this. Don't do this.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my picture taken with the entire cast on Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
Just before it goes round, and then I'm going to ride Steamboat Willie round.
Okay, fair enough.
During the finale.
So you want to
that
ride?
Would be cool.
You want to ride Willie during Fantasmic?
So don't be so crude. Children listening.
I wasn't being crude. I was just saying.
It's the name of the boat.
It's the name of the boat.
So I want my picture with all the cast before they all go into the inside of the boat before it does its big grand finale.
Yeah.
And then I want to be sat in the boat while it goes round.
Okay, fair enough.
During that finale.
Obviously, so you can't be a character.
Just to gauge people's reactions and just
Okay, that's fair enough.
I think that'd be pretty special. Also, to say you've ridden in Steamboat Willie.
Yes.
Would just be amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
Okay, that's cool. I like that one. You've not stolen mine, so that's fine. I thought you were going to, but you haven't. Susan.
I'm going back to the Magic Kingdom and going on the basis of kind of what John had with his first one with that sort of party thing.
Yeah.
But like my one, I would like to do like an afternoon tea on the railroad.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a good one.
There's a lot of food.
Because they do that now here. Now, like you can go like afternoon teas on a steam engine and stuff. Like, why don't they just do that on the railroad at Magic Kingdom?
Okay, so you fancy afternoon tea on the railroad?
Yeah.
Nice. I like that idea.
Would you have any characters or anything there?
Mary Poppins.
Yeah,
Afternoon
that
tea
would
with
be
Mary
good.
Poppins on
Maybe
the
the
railroad.
Alice characters.
Yes, and Alice's cat. Yes, Alice and Mary Poppins.
So Alice, Mary Poppins.
So almost like the 1900 Park Fair one, but on the train.
On the
train.
train.
On the train.
Yeah. That
Okay,
sounds great.
I like that idea. That's
And
good.
it's doable. I
Yeah,
think.
that's more than doable. That's quite easy to do.
Yeah.
Okay, I am taking us out of the Magic Kingdom. I'm taking us to Epcot. And I would like a tour of what remains of the Wonders of Life Pavilion.
Ooh, nice.
I wonder if you could get that.
I don't know. That's like, I want to go in and see what it's like. I don't know. Is Body Wars still there? Is it not? If it is, I
Well,
want
we
to ride
know
Body Wars.
we know what's his face isn't there anymore.
No.
He's been stolen.
But like, if Body Wars is still there, could we ride Body Wars? I don't know. But I want to tour the Wonders of Life Pavilion. I want to see what's going on. Are the cycles still there? Can I get on a cycle and cycle around Disney World again? I'm just intrigued to know what it's going to look like, because it's kind of like one of those lost places, very much like your River Country and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I want to go in and find out what on earth it looks like now and what on earth they've done to it and whether there's anything left.
Didn't they use the bits from the parts from the Body Wars simulators though as extra replacements for Star Tours?
Well, that's
what I heard.
That's what I kind of assumed would be the case. But hey, you know, it'd be interesting to see what it's like inside. So, so that's what I would do. Katie.
Okay, so I want to go to Animal Kingdom and I want them to let me go and feed the elephants.
Right.
And I want to go and I want to get to play with one of the baby elephants because they're so cute.
So you just want to go and play with animals?
Yeah, elephants specifically. But to be fair, I would take any animal interactions that they would throw my way, but elephants would be my
Now,
they're the ones that I would like to spend a bit of time with the elephant.
can I play devil's advocate here, right? And say, can you not do that at an ordinary zoo?
No, because I don't mean just go and look at the elephants. I mean go and
But
play with them, touch them, feed them.
Can't you go and be like a zookeeper, like at a zoo, and feed an elephants? I'm just putting this out here because I'm kind of thinking.
Not in
if
the
we're
middle of an
spending-
African plain.
Not in the middle of an African plain. Yes, I would give that. I was just thinking like 12 grand. Is that like, would I pay 12 grand to feed elephants that I could possibly feed elsewhere?
That's a good use of an hour.
It is a good use of an hour. Absolutely. I'm not knocking
It's a
it.
better use than a bath.
That is true. That's a
I would
fair
do the
point.
elephant thing first and then have a bath.
So
after.
far, you fed elephants and had a bath, which are two things you could quite easily do in normal life. I'm not entirely convinced you're using your 12 grand properly.
I would love that though. I really love elephants, and I would get so much out of that if I got to just go and hang out with the elephants for an hour.
Okay.
I would love that.
Do they have to be
And I
pink
think
elephants?
to do it there would be really cool.
Okay, that's cool. Fair enough. I like that idea. You imagine just this sound of this Geordie lass shouting at elephants as everyone's on the Kilimanjaro safari.
Yeah, Dumbo, come here, pet.
Mowgli! Mowgli! Dumbo! Mowgli!
Come on, Dumbo, we're going down by the road.
Very
We're going
big.
to have a pint with Aunt Jack.
Oh, the whole of the northeast just
This
switched
is
off.
Mowgli.
Yes, I do
Mowgli.
apologise to everyone from the northeast.
Oh, Mowgli!
Come on, pet. Come on, lads, off. Goggle box is coming and all.
You leave Scarlet out of it.
Scarlett, that's the name. I forgot the name.
Well, this will be Katie's last show. It's very nice of you to join us this evening.
I
It's
do
really nice.
apologise to people from Newcastle. That was appalling. It's
Brilliant.
much better than my French accent.
You do realise we've also alienated half of the American audience as well, because they cannot understand a word you were saying.
They also don't know who Ant and Dec are. So for those of you who don't, Dec is Ant is the one that. Let's not go there.
Let's leave that behind.
Back at work now. You leave him alone.
He is back at
Okay.
work. Bless.
Yeah, imagine winning an award for crashing your car drunk.
Gareth.
Why do I have to follow that?
I don't know.
Right. Oh, which one should we go with? Alright. So, I would like I think I'd like a walking tour of Tomorrowland with an Imagineer.
Okay.
With sort of like a blue sky concept of what they would do to improve it, because it's not very good.
I thought you mean it was going to be more of a so they can explain why the hell half the things are in there, because the story just doesn't work anymore.
Oh, and then they're about to add Tron to it as well and make it even more confusing.
So here's Monsters Inc. We don't know why. This used to be Stitch's Great Escape. We don't know why.
Don't know why.
Fits with the space theme, but that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, but I think one of these guys, they could find a way of just changing a few things and making it even just slightly tie together.
Okay, fair enough.
Be interested what they do.
But the thing is, though, Gareth, do you know what? They tried that with Disneyland. They tried to kind of make it a little bit more like Discoveryland at Disneyland, Paris, and it just failed.
It's a bit after the horse has bolted, though, isn't it?
But again, it's the same with Tomorrowland at Disney World.
True.
Like, how do you Monsters Inc., Stitch, Tron, Space Mountain? It just don't work, man. As long as they don't touch the TTA, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, especially if there's cake and champagne going on.
Honestly, they could take away Space Mountain and I'd be fine, as long as they don't take away the TTA.
Okay, that's cool. So Gareth basically wants to know how on earth they're going to fix Tomorrowland, which is cool. So that's good. John, what's your third one?
So I'm going to go back to the Haunted Mansion thing. And after I've done my tour of the Haunted Mansion at midnight, well, because this doesn't really work, because I probably have to do this before I did my tour, but I would actually like to be one of the ghosts in the ballroom sequence.
Just to kind of sit
just
there.
Just sat around that table for an hour. I would be fine with that. For me, that's a good use of an hour.
I like that.
And I'd like to just sit there and be one of the ghosts in the ballroom.
Does that class as you being a character?
I don't think so, because it doesn't really require me being a kind of a licensed Disney person. I just have to sit there and pretend to be a ghost.
Let's see how much you've thought this through. What character would you be?
I'd probably be around the dinner table with like a stein in my hand.
Right, fair enough.
Gradually getting drunker and drunker.
Just filling up the
as the hour went on.
Okay, that's cool. I like that one.
But I think that would be really cool, because you'd have people kind of going, "Oh, that's quite realistic."
You'd end up being like viral. So like all those Twitter channels would be like, "Look, new audio animatronic in Haunted Mansion." And
Literally was there for an hour and then it disappeared because he fell over the table.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, Susan, what's your third one?
It's hard because I would I instantly, the first thing I put was I would love to have the experience of doing the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, like transform into a princess or have them do that on me and all that kind of stuff, but I take it that doesn't count.
They have just launched an adult version of it, you know.
They have.
Susan, you're already a princess.
Oh. Do you know what? Disney is missing an Essex princess. This is, Do you know what I mean? You look at the cultural backgrounds of all of the princesses recently and how they've started to spread out into all these different cultures. We're missing an Essex princess.
I know.
Missing
somebody wants to get Gemma Collins on the phone.
Imagine that. Oh man.
Get Towie in there.
That'd be awful.
Oh, God, no.
So does that count? Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, of course you can.
Oh,
do we all have
add
to
that
do
one
it?
In. Oh yeah, you guys can all chip in, 'cause they do pirates as well, don't they?
What happens if
on the Disney cruises and stuff?
I might want to be a princess then.
I was going to say I want to be a princess.
Oh well.
Which princess would you be?
Just see John as a princess.
Snow White, the
OG.
Zip line.
That's right. I could do Tinkerbell at Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and then I can fly from the castle.
And then technically, you're not a character.
I like it.
Our schedules are all coming together.
This
now.
is working. There's only one thing missing. 12 grand.
What? Oh,
yeah. Okay. I am going to request an hour with a group of influential Imagineers so I can pitch my own idea in the hope that I get myself a job.
Sneaky.
He's playing the long game.
I mean, it's niche and you're reaching for the stars.
Yeah, I really am.
For it.
But you know,
you do you, hun.
I reckon, you know, Katie's in the bath. You're doing Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. John's getting drunk in Haunted Mansion. Well, there's an hour for me to go and talk to the Imagineers, try and get myself a job.
All right, then, pitch your
Yeah,
idea.
because you already know what's going wrong, because Gareth's already done the Imagineers around Tomorrowland. So you know already what's going on, what's going wrong.
I haven't got an idea at the minute. You know, I've got a while to think about this. I haven't got an actual idea.
What do you think is more likely to happen first? You having this idea or finding a spare 12 grand?
Me having the idea.
That's a good question.
I'll have the. I've got an idea. I can come up with an idea. Easy.
And then
We've
get
got
ready to
ideas at them, but
you know, I could bring the idea
Savage.
of.
We've all got ideas, Adam.
I could bring.
What's good thing to make yours is good.
You know, I could bring to fruition the idea of the Monsters Inc. door hanging roller coaster that's been rumoured for so long and just doesn't seem to have happened. You know.
Yeah,
that
but
could
can
be...
you? I don't think it counts if you just take someone's idea and put your own spin on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's what Disney does.
Yeah, I was about to say. You know, or I'll go and pitch Universal about an attraction which I'm just going to use big screens. Either way, doesn't matter.
Well, they'll be
They'd
sold.
snap your hand
done.
for it.
Done. What are you going to put on that big screen? On that big screen. I'm going to
How
put
much
on.
do you pay for that? 12 grand. Here's
Yes.
$1 million.
I'm going to project on that screen an image of a film that is not a Universal franchise. Oh, brilliant! Yeah, definitely. There we go.
It could possibly be bought by Disney.
And that's the Universal crowd.
The Universal way.
Oh, I like Universal.
I like Universal as well. It's just getting a bit screeny for my liking. Okay, any other? Because we've all got our 3, so we've filled that. That's our 12 hours done, right? But obviously some of those we're kind of duplicating, yeah. So Katie's having a bath while I'm doing this and I'm doing that. So there's a few other things we can fit in with. So what are you going for? Any Katie, have you got any more?
Yeah, I have another one.
Go on.
And I guess this is one that technically could happen, but would just be unlikely to happen unless you were doing something like this.
Yeah.
So you know that I love Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
And I have an outfit. I have it all. I really want to go to Tower of Terror and get to ride on my own, dressed as a bellhop. But I want to be like the only one in the lift.
We've done Dress as a Bellhop, so that's your part
Yeah,
way
I've
there.
done dressed as a bellhop, but I just think it would be really cool. I'd love to do it with like a group of friends. I've done it with a group of friends dressed as bellhops. You were there, but we weren't the only ones in the lift.
No, that's true.
So I think it would be really cool to do it with a group of friends, and you'd be the only group. But I think it would be really cool to get to just go down. I think it would be so much scarier if you were just by yourself in the lift.
I wonder if anyone has ever been in the park at a time where it's been so quiet that they've actually managed to do that.
I actually know someone who's done it.
I have been on the Tower of Terror with only 2 other people.
Wow. Okay.
There was 4 of us in the whole lift.
I've been on it with only like a handful of other people, maybe like 3 or 4 other people.
Wow.
But I know someone who's done it completely on their own. And I really want to do that.
Fair enough. Gareth, have you got any more?
Oh yeah. Let's go with this one. So this one's quite time specific, and I probably wouldn't do it just because the amount of time it would take, but I think it'd be really cool to see. I'd like to watch the changeover at Magic Kingdom from Halloween to Christmas.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's
cool,
a
yeah.
good one.
That's a really good one. Like just to oversee what happens and how they do it. And
Yeah, I just want some drinks and popcorn and watch them work.
Just sit and watch. Just wander the park.
I bet they would love that. They'd be like, "Who's this guy just watching us
On the deck chair.
I mean, I'm not trusted to decorate my own Christmas tree. I'm not getting involved in Disney.
So, like, how many
Who's
hours?
this guy sat on that bench by Roy and Minnie watching us take down the Christmas decorations?
How many hours would you kind of allocate for it?
It must
12.
It must take them like
Or 12.
at least 8 hours to do it.
You reckon 8 hours? Okay.
I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up 8 hours.
But in theory, you're not operating heavy machinery, and you're not a character. So could you not muck in?
You could do.
Yes, you could. You could hang a garland and be like, "That's my
Maybe
garland."
they would
I did
let you
that.
put the
That's
star.
my garland.
Oh yeah, I would do that. And every time I did that one.
I did that one. I did that one.
That's the best one in the park.
Yeah. Okay. John, have you got any more?
I've got two more. One's likely and one's unlikely.
Okay, so give us your likely one, and then we'll have your unlikely.
I would like to watch Illuminations from the control center where they launch all the fireworks
Awesome.
from.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because I think
As long as
that
you
must
don't
be the
touch
best.
anything.
As long as I don't touch anything, I'm not. It's not heavy machinery though, is it? It's just a button.
Do you think you'd be allowed to press the button?
I bet it's just someone pressing enter on a keyboard.
Probably is. But I think the people that control the fireworks must essentially have the best view of the fireworks.
You would think so, surely.
Really?
Yeah,
and then my not likely to happen is I'd like to ride Rock and Roller Coaster with Aerosmith.
Do you know what?
Like,
I reckon.
I mean, I
That
love
could
Aerosmith
happen.
anyway.
That's
He
too old
kind
now.
of goes to the parks all the time.
He
Yeah,
lives
but
in Disneyland Paris with Liv.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think he's rocking up for 12 grand.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to turn up.
No, I
because
don't
you've
think he's
asked for
rocking
him
up
for
for
12
12
grand.
either.
No.
But I mean, I absolutely adore Aerosmith. I think they're absolutely awesome. I got to see them on my birthday in Dublin, and I just think they're awesome. I'm a bit sad that Disneyland Paris is losing their Rock and Roller Coaster with Aerosmith, though I am excited for the future.
Yes.
So I think I would like to ride Rock and Roller Coaster with Aerosmith. I think that would just be like, I wouldn't even be bothered if I didn't meet them.
How about
afterwards,
I reckon?
just to have me picture
Could we ask
with them in it?
Could we ask that we the whole team were in the pre-show area of Rock and Roller Coaster, just jamming out? We're like, what are they doing?
Just jamming.
Just jamming.
Just
like
jamming.
with instruments and
We're
stuff.
jamming.
Because sometimes you get that you get the cast member in there, don't you? Look like they're cleaning instruments and things every now and again.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I have. I've
never
seen
seen
a
that.
cast member in there before now, like looking like they were working in there and doing bits and pieces. It might have just been she was actually cleaning stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I've actually seen one in there before. That was a long time ago though. Susan.
Really going on the same lines as John with the last one.
Yeah.
I would love to have Jack Sparrow on Pirates of the Caribbean going with me. You know when he actually went on, he was on the ride when it was the premiere of the last movie. I'd love that to happen with me, but just the boat on myself and you guys.
So you want to have Jack Sparrow on Pirates of the Caribbean?
On Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Are we talking Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Disney
Oh,
Parks,
yeah.
Jack Sparrow.
Oh, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Jack Sparrow.
Fair enough.
If I can't get Aerosmith out of bed for 12 grand, you're not getting.
You're not getting Jack Sparrow. No, it's absolutely not happening. I'm going to go back to Hollywood Studios, and it's kind of a little bit to do with John's Fantasmic, but this is less about doing Steamboat Willie. It's about actually getting the chance to tour the mountain, and also I want to have a go on the trapdoor that comes up where Mickey appears on the very, very top. So I want to actually be able to see what it looks like behind there and how they move about.
The what door?
You know, like when the fireworks go off at the very, very top and Mickey appears.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I want to have a go at doing some magic then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what
All
I
makes
want to
sense
do.
now.
But yeah, just go during the day and like have a mooch round, see what's going on. Watch John riding Willie. Anybody got any more?
I have one other one that was I was having a chat with Alan like earlier today, like asking what he would do, and this is one that he said that I was like, oh, that's really cool. I don't know if I would be too scared to do it.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool idea. And it was abseiling down the side of the Contemporary Resort.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh.
Because it's such a high structure and you get some amazing views from up there.
That'd be cool.
So, yeah, I think that would be quite a cool idea.
I like that. I like that a lot. Has anybody got any more? Because we've kind of had 5. John's had 5. Kate's had 5. No, John, have you got any more, by the way?
One more.
Well, I had 6, but one of them was covered by Kate.
Right, so they've already got
tour
it.
of the
Okay.
Haunted Mansion.
Gareth, you got another one?
Yeah, so this is one that I've seen on YouTube a few times. So
Okay.
it seems like for some of the corporate events, they wheel out some like quite random characters.
Yeah.
So I'd really like to do meet and greets with the Dumbo that they've got,
Okay.
and the doorknob from Alice in Wonderland.
Fair enough.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like some
doorknob from Alice in
corporate event, I
Wonderland.
think it was, or maybe
That's
an AP
cool.
event.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Susan.
Other than the fact I'd use the 12 grand to potentially do my wedding in Disney, other than that,
Oh,
more
mate,
gravy.
12 grand wouldn't even get you a ceremony.
Oh no, you'd be surprised.
Well, not
no,
unfortunately, it won't get you out in Magic Kingdom. You can do one of the pavilions.
Yeah, pavilion would be alright.
Will
Would
it get
you like
you a
to get
pic-
married at Animal Kingdom?
Like,
Did you
that would be
see?
the worst
Did you
thing
see?
ever.
On that note, did you see that Disney Weddings posted a picture of someone having their
Yes.
wedding photography taken outside the Rapunzel area?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And it was
Rapunzel
actually the
toilet.
women's toilet, so
Yes.
they'd just taken the women's sign off. The door.
Yes, I did see that.
They didn't even Photoshop like the bit inside the doorway. Like you tell it's the
It was
toilet.
the toilet.
Brilliant. That's
Have your
fantastic.
wedding here in the toilet.
in the toilet.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
love
bad,
that.
and
It's a lovely
everyone
area.
noticed it as well.
Um,
Yeah,
Like,
and
everyone
it's-
pulled it out.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that. Well, like definitely Disney fans know that is a toilet. Like,
Yeah.
maybe people not in the know may know, not know, but we all know that's
And
the
if
toilet.
you're having your wedding at Disney, you're probably at least a bit of a fan. You've probably been there before.
And you would
People
know,
Yeah.
know
wouldn't you?
it's a toilet.
You would absolutely know that was the toilet. I've got two last ones, very simple ones. One, I'd want to have a character like dinner or character lunch or character breakfast, either, any. But I would want to have the pick of the characters that I would meet, and I would want them sort of paraded out as I was having my breakfast. So you'd have one, then a different one would appear, and a different one. And then you could link in Gareth's like doorknob and all that sort of
Paraded
stuff.
out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, here's the next one.
I love
and
that.
here's
Like,
the
you're
next
gonna
one.
like inspect them. Like,
Yes,
yes, that is
that's
satisfactory to me.
I
You
will-
may now leave.
Yes, I will inspect them all individually to
Like
check.
parade,
that I'm
I
happy
just
with
imagine like parading out like a Miss Universe.
them. Yes, I would expect each character to make a speech.
Swimsuit round.
Well, Adam eats waffles.
Yeah, I like that idea. Like Miss
Minnie
Disney
Mouse
World.
going, oh no.
Paraded out was probably the wrong choice of word. But there we go. It's too late now. And the last one is for all of us because it's something that I've done and it was awesome. Is that we would all have the chance to be the Grand Marshals on the Magic Kingdom Parade.
That's something I toyed with. As being the
So-
Grand Marshal.
You can do it without a tour, but it's notoriously difficult. I think you have to just be in the right place at the right time, which is what happened to me. So we'd all get the chance to ride in Walt Disney's actual vehicle through the Magic Kingdom and get our names called out as we go down and all that sort of stuff.
Ugh.
There
The
you go.
Disney Brit
Yeah,
family.
it would be, yeah. We'd get on a Disney Brit family and be like, that's a weird surname. Did they change that by Deepol? There we go.
Oh, that's
So that's
unique.
everybody's. I think we've spent our 12 grand reasonably well. Do you know, I was talking to
Are we
Gwen.
gonna have a
I-
lovely time?
I was talking to Gwen about this earlier. I was talking to
We're
Gwen about.
definitely going to have a great time.
We are. I was talking to Gwen about it earlier, which she's not involved. Oh no, she could come. There'd be space for her. I was saying to her, you know, it's 12 grand. She was like, 12 grand for a day at the Disney parks? That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous amount of money. I said, it does include 3 meals. She went, oh, well, in that case, that's all right. I was like, and she was deadly
The thing
serious
is, though,
as well.
it's 12 grand. It does seem like a lot of money, right? But if you split it down
Split it
into
down.
like 6 people,
Yeah, it's not that
It's-
bad, is it?
it's 2 grand each to do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
absolutely. And then you go, oh, well, in that case, maybe.
And I think between the 6 people, you could probably come up with some super amazing things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know, Gareth mentioned, you know, you could be your own Jungle Cruise skipper. Like,
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
That would be cool. So at what point
Imagine
are
being a Jungle Cruise skipper.
Disney going to start adding more caveats to the you can't do this and you can't do this and you can't do this? When somebody
what time
comes
is
up
this
with
episode getting uploaded?
yeah, it's going to be there already. It's like, I don't know, until can you streak through the Magic Kingdom? I don't know, they haven't said you can't. There's just going to be stuff.
The backside of my arm.
After hours, it'd probably let you if you were paying them 12 grand. to be
Yeah, as long as
fair.
it wasn't during park hours, it'd be alright.
Yeah.
Gareth could do it while he's watching the
You
Halloween
fill your
decorations coming down. You can't
And it
fill your
doesn't
boots,
say
that's the whole
you
point.
can't be a cast member.
No, it doesn't, and I did wonder, but would you want to... I don't know whether I would want to or not.
Because if it was me and it was like, oh, you could be a cast member, I'd be like, well, I'd like to be a host at the Haunted Mansion that just
Yeah.
lets people in.
And I
Like,
just
I'm not operating
See-
heavy machinery, all I'm saying is get in.
See,
I
fine
said
with
something
that.
like this when I was chatting about it with Alan earlier today, and he was like, so what, you would pay 12 grand to go on work experience?
yeah, pretty much.
And I was like, well, when you put it like
we-
that...
When we were at Disneyland and we were on the Haunted Mansion, the guy who was the cast member was the funniest. and we went down in the stretching room.
Yeah.
And we were the last people to get out of the room, and he just went, "Wasn't that so much fun? I can't wait to do it again. In fact, I'm going to stay here and do it again." And it just made me howl, because that's A, so weird,
Yeah.
but B, it's exactly what his job is.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. I like
And
that.
I kept on thinking about it, and I just kept on laughing.
That's the job
and,
you
and
want.
the people that we were with, luckily the 4 people that I was with found it as hilarious as I did.
Yeah.
But we were just like, I would love to just do that and
do
just
that
be
all the
that
time.
sarcastic
You
about it.
see, me and Alan Hooper, which you all remember, have this thing that when we retire, we're going to live in Florida, and our job is going to be just to wave goodbye to people with Mickey hands at the end of the day. That's it. That's what we want to do as our job. Nothing else.
Well,
Just
for
turn
12
up in the
grand you
evening.
can.
They're not even going to work there, they're just going to do it.
Yeah, it's true. We're going to be sitting on the other side of the turnstiles, just stood waving at people. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Sir,
Goodbye.
sir, we've asked you to leave.
I paid 12 grand to do this. Okay, so that's everyone's, which means that is it for today, which means it's time for this one. So that's it. Yeah, we will be back again in a couple of weeks' time when we've all been in exciting things. I will be just back from Disneyland Paris, I think. Yes, I will. I'll just come back because we're going out there for the Seasons of the Force and for the Pirates and Princess party. I'm finally going to meet Ugly Betty. Sorry, not Ugly Betty.
How dare you?
How dare you? March is, honestly, April's going to be, just so everybody knows, April's going to be the month of Betty Rose again.
It is the beginning of the Betty Rose.
The daily Betty Rose in the
So
fall of
I
April.
finally get to see Betty Rose, which will be cool, and go and enjoy all the Pirates and Princess stuff. So I'll probably talk about that when we come back in a couple of weeks' time. But thank you, John, for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Katie.
Thanks for letting us spend 12 grand with you.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you, Susan.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thank you, Gareth.
You're welcome.
And not one nasty thing said about Phantom Manor. You're growing, Gareth. This is good news. So, we will be back in a couple of weeks' time. But until then, you can contact us. You can contact us on email, which is radio@disneybrit.com. You can go to Twitter @DisneyBrit. You can go to Instagram, which is also @DisneyBrit. And you can go to facebook.com/DisneyBrit podcast. And also, if you want to listen back to this show in any other way, rather than just listening to it, you want to look at a visual that never moves, you can check it out on YouTube as well. Because we're putting it up on YouTube because we're live streaming on there as well. So loads of opportunities to get in touch with us, which would be great. We'll be able to hear all about whether John's finally made it to see Company by the time of the next show, which would be good.
I have tried 3 times to see that show.
3 times he's tried to 3 times it's not. The other thing I want to talk about on the next show as well is I'm going to be, get this people, going to do non-Disney things near Disneyland Paris. And I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that you can do outside of Disneyland Paris. I'm hoping the Sea Life Centre and the Paris Zoo are on our agenda. Good. So we're going to be talking a little bit about other things you can do in Disneyland Paris rather than just Disneyland Paris as well on the next show. But I think that is about it. We will see you in a couple of weeks' time. We hope you have a fantastic couple of weeks. Until then.